On April 3rd, the 29th Gorilla MMA Series event was held in Minsk. A year later, the series returned to Belarus, where 4 series events were held 12 months ago. After what could be said with confidence that the project had taken place. So there's an evolutionary association with events from a year ago. And the statistics say that the 29th Gorilla MMA Series event is very similar to the event number 2 held on April 15, 2020. Like a year ago, 100% of the fights ended early. Thus, in only 2 events in the history of the series have judges never had to make decisions. The fights finished 8 times in the first round, like in that event number 2. The event number 22, held in Kaliningrad last December, had a similar figure too. We will now turn to individual indicators. The leader of the number of wins in the series events held on April 3rd was not threatened. Mark Volodin leads with 6 successful fights. His leadership is being chased by 6 fighters who have 4 wins. Ivan Kulak, the prospective Belarusian fighter, cut into the next group in which all fighters have 3 victories. By the standards of MMA, Ivan is very young. He is 18 years old, but on his account there are already 4 victories, and 3 of them were won in Gorilla MMA Series events. However, in Minsk on April 3rd, he won a difficult victory. The opponent was Denis Aydarov, who had a very solid list of amateur fights. And in the first round of their fight, it felt like Aydarov will be able to stop the winning series of Kulak. He openly interrupted his opponent. But as it turned out a bit later, Denis was only able to finish the first round. In the second, Kulak actively began to compensate for the backlog in a number of successful actions, and in the middle of the second round, he made a choking reception. Well, Ivan Kulak won his 3rd Gorilla MMA Series event. By the way, in our next tournament, which will take place on April 17th in Kaliningrad, several fighters have a chance to win their 3rd victories within the framework of the Gorilla MMA Series. Our attention will be focused, of course, on the main fight in which Sergey Bobryshev will fight with Ramazan Amirov. But besides Bobryshev, Konstantin Lee and Roman Kurasov also have a chance to get into the group with 3 victories. Now let's go to the Knockout Masters rating. So far, no major changes. Mark Volodin, Yakov Akimov, and Sergey Maslov are leaders with 3 victories obtained in this way. Then there was a group of 17 fighters with 2 knockouts or technical knockouts. Until April 3rd, there were 16 of them. But after the event in Minsk, Shamil Gaziev joined them. The fight of Gaziev against the young Belarusian fighter Alexei Druzhinin turned out to be extremely quick. The referee stopped the fight at 33 seconds after it began. One can say frankly that Druzhinin had no chance. Shamil crushed him from the first seconds and without warning ended the fight by victory. Bobryshev, Lee, and Kurasov, fighters already mentioned earlier, may get their 2nd victories by knockouts on April 17th in Kaliningrad. Victories by submissions. Here no changes too. Simanov, Irusov, and Kadyrov are 3 leaders with 3 victorious moves, feel very confident. Number of pursuers with 2 victories is still 12. 1 victory by submission in the account of Sergey Bobryshev and Konstantin Lee by this moment. Well, each of them has a chance to take a step forward in that rating on April 17th. The Gorilla MMA Series looks like this after the event number 29, which took place on April 3rd in Minsk. And we have only a few moments left to wait. On April 17th in Kaliningrad, we are waiting for new exciting fights in the Gorilla MMA Series 30 FCP event. Which means we're gonna take a calculator back and we're gonna count the stats of the series.